Hey guys, it's your boy Blackrue back with another video. Before we get into is DAG, and that's Constellation Network, is it just as good as LCX? Before we get into it, cue my guy Indigo Saint.
Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Blackrue Investing. Let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifesting. So we binge on our Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing. Got course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that Blackrue Investing. Best believe I was Blackrue Investing.
My man Indigo. So guys, but first, catch me on Gentlemen of Crypto. Love those guys. King and Zay do it right over there. Catch me on Benzinga. Information to when you can catch me there is in the description, along with the guys at Benzinga gave me a customized code so you can get 40% off Benzinga Pro, where you can get news, charts, all in one place. Your watch list, everything, earnings, crypto, all of that, and you get the first 2 weeks free. But after that, you can get 40% off of my code. And if you're interested in getting weekly watch lists with Patreon, that's in the description below as well. $7.77. Lucky number 7. Get a weekly list, less than $2 a week per watch list. But yeah, let's get into it. Is DAG better? Not better, but is it at least on par with LCX? I think I'm going to give a pretty good argument. And in doing that, we also going to learn a lot of things about DAG. So let's get into it. So this is a fireside chat that they did at Arizona State University. But before we even get into that, DAG has some sweet partners I found out here. If we go to my profile and come on over here to Twitter and add your boy Blackrue, it's at Blackrue on Twitter. Okay. Um, so let's look at my profile here. Some tweets and replies. I was really awesomely shocked to see that these guys, and that's my co-host Luke at Benzinga. Luke been working out, I can see. Um, so they have a deal in place with Foursquare. If you don't know who Foursquare is, they're basically a company that's kind of their whole purpose is to like kind of figure out traffic and to kind of build a person's like a company's social network. So you can go on there and they're kind of like a Yelp if you can think of it like that. They want to kind of like know, oh, okay, are these good places in your community to go hang out? Can you review them for me? That's kind of what Foursquare is all about. Now, Constellation is teaming up with them using their miner, and this miner is called the door miner. This miner goes in front of a door and it measures your foot traffic. So it's basically kind of giving businesses like, and here it is right here. It's kind of giving businesses a credit by mining crypto every time someone comes through the door, and also by harnessing that data, they kind of understand what's up, who's coming through the door, and I'm not sure what other parts of that it's actually analyzing. Can it actually analyze like the type of person that's coming through the door based off your phone? I'm not sure all together the data that is mining by the person who's coming through the door, and after like kind of picking that up through their phone, but there's valuable data there that's being mined, and at the same time you're mining crypto by the person coming through the door. So Foursquare would be uniquely positioned for this because they're kind of getting all this data from people about, okay, what are the best places to go to, review these places, and so on. So with Foursquare can actually market to these different like shops that are offering services and say, look, you can put one of these in your door, get paid and mine crypto. What do you think? So very, very interesting partnership there. And these guys also partnered, I believe, with Helium to even get the miner in place itself. So pretty decent set of partnerships here. And we'll just go look this up right quick so I can show you to you. Pretty decent set of partnerships. And I already told you they're partnered with the U.S. Air Force, and they have a letter of support from the Department of Defense, so DOD. So really cool feature partners they're putting it on here. Arizona State University, which you can see they're speaking at, and I'm sure they're partnered with the students to do like different programming and different type of university deals there. Partner with Synapse Network. Synapse is like multi-chain, multi-platform kind of DeFi, but they also have their own DeFi exchange, which we're going to get into more later. But you can see there they're partnered with Helium, and here they have the actual partnership here, which they go into on this fireside chat. I will leave a link to this chat in the description. I'll probably do a deep dive in breaking down all the different parts of this chat. But if you listen to the chat, you get really kind of an idea that these guys know what they're doing. All right. And they tell you kind of how they were involved in crypto early, stuff like that. But right here, we're going to go into one company that they launched from their launch pad, because they got a launch pad too, just like LCX does. LCX launches, they launched a couple different projects. We can go into that probably on another day. But here's Lattice token. This is LCX's, or I'm sorry, this is DAG's, this is Constellation's exchange. So if we come in here, it'll tell you. LCX powers the cross-chain liquid lattice exchange program, which is run by Constellation. I thought they had that in here, but that's okay. What I really like about this is the max supply is 1 million. So once this exchange gets off its gets kind of just up and running, these tokens are going to be very valuable with only a 1 million supply. That's really huge. So you can buy these guys on KuCoin. I'm already building my own little bag here with it. You can also buy it on MXC. I'm building my little bag of this for sure. For sure. Okay. So let's get into also Alchemy, which is Alchemy Exchange is built on the Constellation network using the hypergraph. So they're going to get into exactly what Alchemy is, and I'm going to play that for you. I'm going to play it at 1.5 times speed because it's just faster that way. But they do a really good spin on marketing. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of Veracity. How Veracity kind of has that proof of view technology. That proof of view technology does a spin on marketing by kind of getting rid of bots. Alchemy does this in its own way. So let's come in here and listen to what they have to say about that. Let me enlarge it. And let's listen. And I also have the captions up for you guys.
Okay, so, and I'm a little rusty here because I'm already in my mind with the next project that we're incubating right now. So apologies for that. But just in the broad strokes, So why would somebody do that? Basically, the message of alchemy, advertisement is broken. And right now, advertisement is being gobbled up by big pools, namely Google and Facebook. And they're basically, reinforcing, so to speak, a narrative around, basically more ads and you're being targeted, blah, blah, blah. There's cookies that track you, blah, blah, blah. And basically, there's a lot of ad spend that advertisers or publishers have. They estimate that I think it's more than 70% of the ad spend actually just disappears in a black hole. So it's hugely inefficient, and there's a lot of fraud going on because their systems are hugely intransparent. So the bidding process itself is not really clear because there's no.
So he's being really politically correct with what he's saying. And he kind of got into the deep of it with the cookies and the tracking. But he says 70% of it disappears in a black hole. And what he's saying with that 70% of it disappears in a black hole, he's talking about bots. He's saying 70% of it. So this is crazy, guys. Think about this. So Google, I think he said Facebook. What else? Probably Twitter. 70% of these boys are bots. And this is why people wonder why, Elon hasn't bought Twitter yet. If you kind of like dig into the numbers and find out that 70% of the traffic is bots, how do you go and you tell a person, okay, buy an ad on my thing, you know what I mean, it's worth this much? How can you say it's worth X amount of money when 70% of the people on there are bots and you're not reaching real people that have purchased stuff from the ads? You see what I'm saying? So Alchemy's doing their own spin on this, but I just want you to let you know that because he kind of speaking a little bit in code. Because believe me, these guys are connected with the Department of Defense. They're connected with high-level people. So they can't really come out and say stuff directly because they'll offend a lot of people that are kind of, in the know and like big money, deep pockets. So he has to be careful and not say certain things certain ways because he doesn't want to piss off the people that run Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and Facebook is kind of loosely connected to the WEF. I could show you guys how that is, but just trust me. I don't have the receipts here for you right now, but Facebook and Google are loosely connected to the WEF. But let's continue.
Insight from external auditors or something, so that it's kind of like you don't know. So, and if you've ever done business on Facebook as an advertiser, you will quickly see why that is. But when you're getting all the hits of people with weird names that you did not target in your description and that are clearly bots, you're kind of knowing where I'm getting here with this. So basically,
see, and he's messed up and he said the word bots. He didn't mean to do that. You could tell by the way he kind of looked off. That's like that's one of those signs of like, oh damn. Or, oh, dang, you know what I mean? So, he meant to just say, okay, you can see with Facebook, there are people with freaking weird names and stuff like that. You're getting all this traffic from people with weird names. So, they're clearly something's wrong. It doesn't seem like this is real traffic. That's probably what he meant to say. So, he didn't use the word and come out directly say bots. But again, it's just like I was telling you here. 70% of the traffic is bots. So, this is Facebook, Twitter, and Google. So don't be fooled, guys, when you hear certain propaganda and you're led a certain way with propaganda on Twitter and stuff like that about certain popular subjects. 70% of the traffic on these things are bots. And this is not coming from Blackrue. This is coming from, that was a motorcycle. I hope you guys didn't hear that. But this is not coming from Blackrue. So I hope that nobody tries to, get mad at me. This is coming from this guy who who's part of the Constellation team. High up. He's a CTO. This is coming from him. 70% of the traffic. So don't say it's just coming from me. This is coming from this guy, who's in the know with Department of Defense people, Secretary of the State of Secretary of Defense people. This is coming from him, not me. Okay.
Basically, it's broken, and it has produced some of the societal frameworks and results we're seeing now playing out in the world with all the disparagement and the bipolarity. But that's a whole other topic. But basically, the message is it's broken.
Do you see that? He comes out and says it's produced some of the disparaging stuff, the bipolarity, and by bipolarity, he's talking about kind of cancel culture, right? And disparaging stuff. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about these guys being very real. And this is back in 2000 or 2021, right? He's saying it. He's coming out and saying that this is the truth. Oh my God. Oh my God. But listen though. So guys, be very careful, dude, when when you're hearing stuff on Facebook and Twitter and you're thinking, "Oh, all these people are supporting X, Y, or Z." You got to open your eyes, guys. But anyway, this is what Alchemy is trying to get rid of. This is what Veracity is trying to get rid of. 70% bots.
And putting it on a blockchain makes it audible and transparent. And Alchemy came up with a real cool idea around liquidity pools. And I can't go into the details right now, but basically their tagline is something for nothing. So they can actually pay. They are scooping up low-priced ads, and they're able to pay publishers to not show the ad, which is a flip on the entire business model. And that's possible because they incentivize a liquidity pool by the community through token holders, high frequency trading on top of that pool. And I would need to go into the entire token model right now, but that's the broad strokes. And it literally flips the entire economy of how you do business on its head. And right out of the gate, they're able to, once they deploy their MVP, they have the publishers in the pipeline, they can undercut current advertising by at least 30%. So it's literally a no-brainer for publishers to at least try it, which is then a market entry to multi-billion dollars of business opportunity.
Yeah, pretty good answer.
So that's interesting. So he didn't go into the tokenomics of it. I don't know how they pay publishers not to post ads. I don't get how that will work out and how they're undercutting traditional marketing by 30%. But clearly, this is a person in the know. Clearly, this is a person that understands stuff deeply enough. And you can see from the other two guys here, the guy with the beard and the black dude, you can see here that's some really deep stuff. And I'm not sure that this guy was supposed to go that deep. He didn't go into the whole tokenized model or everything, but clearly even these guys know what's going on. So that highly intrigues me for Alchemy. That highly intrigues me again for the whole platform of Constellation, that they got this much in the know. Man, oh man, oh man. So this is the stuff that I'm talking about. And I just want to play this again because I kind of got my commentary in the middle of it. And it's going at 1.5 times speed, so you guys can hear it again and really get the impactful part of it. Okay? It's only 3 minutes, so let's just do it one more time. Right here.
Apologies for that, but just in the broad strokes. So why would somebody do that? Basically, the message of Alchemy, advertisement is broken. And right now, advertisement is being gobbled up by big pools, namely Google and Facebook. And they're basically, reinforcing, so to speak, a narrative around, basically more ads and you're being targeted, blah, blah, blah. There's cookies that track you, blah, blah, blah. And basically, there's a lot of ad spend that advertisers or publishers have. They estimate that about, I think it's more than 70% of the ad spend actually just disappears in a black hole. So it's hugely inefficient, and there's a lot of fraud going on because their systems are hugely intransparent. So the bidding process itself is not really clear because there's no insight from external auditors or something. So it's kind of like you don't know. So, and if you've ever done business on Facebook as an advertiser, you will quickly see why that is. But when you're getting all the hits of people with weird names that you did not target in your description and that are clearly bots, you're kind of knowing where I'm getting here with this. So basically, it's broken, and it has produced some of the societal frameworks and results we're seeing now playing out in the world with all the disparagement and the bipolarity, but that's a whole other topic. But basically, the message is it's broken, and putting it on a blockchain makes it audible and transparent. And Alchemy came up with a real cool idea around liquidity pools, and I can't go into the details right now, but basically their tagline is something for nothing. So they can actually pay. They are scooping up low-price ads, and they're able to pay publishers to not show the ad, which is flip on the entire business model. And that's possible because they incentivize a liquidity pool by the community through token holders, high frequency trading on top of that pool. And I would need to go into the entire token model right now, but that's the broad strokes. And it literally flips the entire economy of how you do business on its head. And right out of the gate, they're able to, once they deploy the MVP, they have the publishers in the pipeline, they can undercut current advertising by at least 30%. So it's literally a no-brainer for publishers to at least try it, which is then a market entry to multi-billion dollars of business opportunity.
Yeah, pretty good answer for less than
Broad strokes.
yeah, pretty good. Okay, maybe switching.
Wow, right? So this really makes me hopeful for the entire project. This gets me like hype about Alchemy. It, again, gets me hype about DAG, and that they're like going this level deep. And it seems like Alchemy, if they're paying people not to show ads, it seems like they're running counterculture against the whole disparity. What did he say? The bipolarity and all of that. So it seems like they're running against that culture. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting to say the least. So we got that they have a launch pad, DAG does. We got that they have high-powered partners. We got that they're in the know. And we got that they have their own freaking DeFi exchange, Lattice, which is sold on KuCoin. So this is making me extremely, extremely, extremely high on DAG. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave some stuff in the comments. Check out some of my previous videos here. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Peace.